It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown!
From Canal Fulton, it's Northwest High School, Week 8, as they take on Tuslaw Mustangs in a Pac-7 matchup. The Tuslaw Mustangs come into Week 8 sitting at 3-4 on the season, but 0-3 in the conference in the Pac-10. The Mustangs snapped a 3-game losing streak last week by taking down undefeated Toronto on the road 33-12. Tuslaw's offensive production this season is QB Ethan Hauer has 509 passing yards, 9 touchdown passes, 470 rushing yards, and 7 rushing TDs. Running back Nathan Eberhardt has 409 rushing yards, and wide receiver Parker Reinhardt has 18 receptions for 194 yards and 5 touchdowns. Northwest Indians are 4-2 overall and 3-0 in the Pac-7, and coming off a nice Week 7 win over Orville 28-14 at home. QB Braden Venables had 102 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 INT. But really sparking the offense was a trio of running backs led by Joey Medore, who had 114 yards, 1 touchdown. Kellen Rinford had 85 yards and 1 touchdown, and Jacob Garber had 45 yards. Logan Allman led the team in receiving with 102 yards on 6 catches and a touchdown. But the big play that sparked the Northwest was a pick 6 by Devin Simon to get Northwest on the board in the second quarter. The Pac-7 matchup is all set tonight. Kickoff will be 7 o'clock. Myself, Mike Dixon, and Ryan Rowland will be here to give you all the action. We'll be back after this to take a look around the league.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
Hot diggity dog. It's Dollar Dog Night here at the Northwest Local Schools Dr. Martin Smilik Stadium. Hot dogs are only $1 thanks to Stark Federal Credit Union. If you're coming to the game, you can feed the whole family for just a few dollars. Whether you are an Indian or Mustang, you win tonight with Stark Federal Credit Union. East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Massillon at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday night football special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now. 330-837-9944.
Looking for top-notch tree and lawn care? Call Ebert & Sons Tree and Lawn Care. Locally and family-owned, we're proud to serve Stark County in all surrounding areas with 5-star service on Google and an A++ rating from the Better Business Bureau. From expert tree removal to full-service lawn care, we're licensed, bonded, and insured, and here for you when you need us with 24/7 emergency service. Support local. Call 330-412-4042 today. That's 412-4042. Ebert & Sons, quality you can trust, people you can count on.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Two Federal League foes will battle it out here in Week 8 of the high school football season. The Hoover Vikings are coming off their first loss in 2025 at the hands of the McKinley Bulldogs, 21-20 last week, and come into this one tied for second with Lake and Jackson in the Fed. It was a tight game for 4 quarters, but a missed extra point proved to be the difference. The injury bug has gotten to Hoover as the Vikes Swiss Army knife and Jack Andes left the first half of the game due to a concussion, and quarterback John Collins re-aggravated that ankle that forced him out of the Louisville matchup in Week 5. Depending on those two status, Hoover will rely heavily on junior running back Michael Lamelin, who had 11 carries for 53 yards and 4 catches for 45 yards last week. They'll look to stay at the top of the league standings as they'll take on the Perry Panthers, who are tied for 5th with Green in the league at 1-2, but come in 4-3 overall. Perry's coming off a 14-7 non-league home loss to the Austintown Fitch Falcons. The lone score for the Panthers came from a 50-yard pick six from Jonathan Lemon. Coaches preach it in every locker room, but if Perry wants to steal one on the road and keep any hope of a Federal League title alive, they must protect the football. Hoover forced 2 turnovers in the last 3 minutes against McKinley, and with Perry converting just 8 first downs and being outgained by 70 yards on offense last Friday, Spencer Leno's crew will look to turn it up when they have the ball. Both teams will leave it all on the gridiron tonight, and we hope you can join Robert Coleman and I for a fun one. From Memorial Stadium in North Canton, Matt Corrali, the Q92 Sports Network.
Coming to you live from Marlington High School, where tonight we have an EBC matchup for you as the Minerva Lions are set to take on the Marlington Dukes. The Minerva Lions are enjoying one of their best football seasons in recent memory, at one point riding a 4-game winning streak. However, since EBC play began, the Lions are 0-2 and still searching for that first conference win of 2025. Coach Slate's Lions will be in town tonight with one thing in mind: running the ball and controlling the clock. They've done almost all their damage this season on the ground, running the ball 361 times this season for over 2,300 yards so far. And they'll be led by their freshman quarterback, Cannon Kirkpatrick, and senior running back, Nathaniel Linkus. The Marlington Dukes come into tonight's game with a 3-4 record and also looking for their first conference win of the season. And they're also led by a freshman quarterback, Tyler Walder, who's completed 84 of 140 attempts this season for over 1,100 yards passing and 9 touchdowns. However, he's also thrown 8 interceptions. His main target, junior wide receiver Cameron Evanich, who has 30 catches for 571 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns this season, and has also rushed for over 100 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground. 2 young teams, 2 freshman quarterbacks, but only one can get their first EBC victory of the season tonight. It's Minerva and Marlington, and you can hear it right here on the Q92 Sports Network. I'm Christian Bigglesworth for Q92 Sports.
Looking for unique, handcrafted treasures? Come explore Cozy Cottage Market, a locally owned gem in Canal Fulton. With 34 amazing local vendors, you'll find everything from bath and body products, home decor, and chocolates to local honey, hot sauces, and seasonings. Join us for our monthly outdoor markets full of community charm and one-of-a-kind finds. We're at 919 Cherry Street East in Heritage Square, just 2 doors down from Don Brand's Pizza. Cozy Cottage Market Shop. Support local and love what you find.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Maslin at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday Night Football Special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now, 330-837-9944.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Dreg students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Dreg to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Dreg, where careers begin.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Good evening, everyone. We are on to week 8 of this Ohio high school football season on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. I'm Jay Wilhelm, live inside Memorial Stadium in Green as the Green Bulldogs welcome in the Louisville Leopards in this big-time matchup. Louisville is coming into tonight's game with a 5-2 record. They have lost 2 of their last 3 ball games, but both of those losses have come to very, very good football teams, and the North Canton Hoover Vikings in week 5 and the undefeated Canfield Cardinals last week in front of their home crowd. The Leopards will look to get back into the win column here tonight against a very talented Green team. The Green Bulldogs sit at 2-5, 1-3 in conference play. But let me tell you, folks, this team is a lot better than their record shows. 4 of those 5 losses were by 7 points or less. Last week was their breakout game when they dominated Federal League foe, the Glen Oak Golden Eagles, by a final score of 51-20. They will look to put together back-to-back wins for the first time this season in front of their home crowd. Join myself and my broadcast partner, Mike Voorhees, on Q92Radiosports.com as kickoff is currently scheduled for 7 p.m. Live from Memorial Stadium in Green, I'm Jay Wilhelm with the Q92 Sports Network.
Lake visits McKinley in a battle for the lead in the Federal League. The Blue Streaks suffered their first loss 40-37 to Jackson in a game which saw them give up 303 yards passing to junior quarterback Carter Mulliman and 151 yards rushing to running back Corey Jacobs. Lake quarterback Alex Quire threw for 2 scores and 270 yards. Chase Fuller caught 5 balls for 114 and both touchdowns. He also ran for a score. Davis Matson ran for 2 touchdowns. Quire has thrown for 1,254 yards and 12 scores, while Matson has run for 565 and 6 TDs. McKinley moved to 6-1 as they sweated out a 21-20 win over Hoover, in which the Vikings missed what would have been the tying extra point. The Bulldogs turned over the ball twice in the last 2 minutes, but held Hoover on downs the second time to secure the victory. The Federal League's leading rusher is sophomore Kylan West with his 844 yards and 7 touchdowns. He averages 6.5 yards a carry. He had 114 yards and a touchdown last week. Quarterback Trent Hayden threw for 149 yards and a score. Darius Hill ran back a punt, 67 yards for a touchdown. McKinley can clinch at least a share of their 4th straight Federal League title with a win. Lake, Hoover, and Jackson are all a game behind. The Bulldogs have beaten the Blue Streaks 10 straight times and lead the all-time series 17-4. Lots on the line at Tom Benson Stadium as McKinley hosts Lake. I'm Clint Scroggs for the Q92 Sports Network.
At Your Table Cafe and Catering is located in Canal Fulton at 365 Towpath Avenue, Northwest, Suite B. A small business that prides themselves on making quality food from family recipes where everything is, as they say, homemade from the heart. You can enjoy breakfast or lunch at the cafe, or they can cater for your special occasion. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on their website, which is at yourtablecafe.com. Call them at 330-408-7771. Looking for top-notch tree and lawn care? Call Ebert & Sons Tree and Lawn Care. Locally and family-owned, we're proud to serve Stark County in all surrounding areas with 5-star service on Google and an A++ rating from the Better Business Bureau. From expert tree removal to full-service lawn care, we're licensed, bonded, and insured, and here for you when you need us with 24/7 emergency service. Support local. Call 330-412-4042 today. That's 412-4042. Ebert & Sons, quality you can trust, people you can count on.
Looking for unique, handcrafted treasures? Come explore Cozy Cottage Market, a locally owned gem in Canal Fulton. With 34 amazing local vendors, you'll find everything from bath and body products, home decor, and chocolates to local honey, hot sauces, and seasonings. Join us for our monthly outdoor markets full of community charm and one-of-a-kind finds. We're at 919 Cherry Street East in Heritage Square, just 2 doors down from Don Brand's Pizza. Cozy Cottage Market Shop. Support local and love what you find.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
It's week 8 of high school football on the Q92 Sports Network as we inch closer and closer to postseason play. Tonight, we are at Bob Cummings Field in Plain Township for a Federal League matchup between the 4-2, 2-1 Jackson Polar Bears and the 1-6, 0-4 in the Federal League Glen Oak Golden Eagles. For the Jackson Polar Bears, coming off of a thrilling 40-37 win against undefeated Lake, the season seems to have turned a corner. Jackson is now 4-3, winning 3 of their last 4 games and currently sitting 6th in the Division I Region I computer rankings. Senior quarterback Lucas Eckerman is questionable for tonight's matchup, having suffered a concussion and missing last week. But the offense hasn't missed the step, with junior quarterback Carter Mulliman stepping in last week, throwing for over 300 yards. Senior running back Corey Jacobs has been a tear, rushing for over 100 yards in each of his last 5 games. And last week with 198 total yards from scrimmage and 3 touchdowns. It's been a tough season so far for the Glen Oak Golden Eagles, sitting at 1-6 and 16th in Division I Region I computer rankings. However, a win over Jackson could propel them into that last playoff spot in Division I Region I. Glen Oak has their own offensive weapon in senior Javion McClendon, who exploded for 200 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns last week. Jackson has won 8 of the last 9 meetings with Glen Oak and lead the all-time series 29-20-1, and the Golden Eagles have lost 10 straight league games and are 2-15 overall in the last 2 seasons. Join me, Ryan Keller, and my broadcast partner, Antonio Hall. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock on Q92radiosports.com and the Q92 YouTube channel. From Bob Cummings Field, Ryan Keller, Q92 Sports.
Well, one of the most highly anticipated games in the high school football scene tonight, coming up from Clinton Heacock Stadium in Beloit tonight. The host West Branch Warriors will welcome in the Alliance Aviators. Kickoff at 7 o'clock tonight, coming up on AM 1310 WDPN. Myself, Sam Berkwin, and Caleb Norick with the call. Both teams passed their test a week ago. Alliance got by a scrappy Carrollton team, while West Branch took care of Marlington. The Aviators come in with a record of 6-1, 2-0 in the ABC. Likewise, West Branch 6-1, perfect in the Eastern Buckeye at 2-0. The scoreboard operator might go crazy tonight. There could be that many points on the board between these two high-powered, explosive offensive teams. Let's look at Alliance. Look no further than J.R. Jackson. 1,757 yards in the air. 16 touchdowns. He's run for almost 500 yards on this season. Meanwhile, Jeremiah Thomas, very, very good player. 43 catches this year, almost 700 yards, and it's the quarterback, Grady Hurst, getting the job done. Over 1,600 yards and 18 touchdowns. And, oh, by the way, only 1 interception. The points are going to be flying. There is talent all over the field. Tremendous coaching. It's going to be a packed house. The weather is great. You couldn't ask for much more in Week 8 of the high school football season. Don't miss a play. 6-1 Alliance, 6-1 West Branch coming up tonight. Kickoff at 7 on AM 1310 WDPN. I'm Sam Berkwin.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
Looking for top-notch tree and lawn care? Call Ebert & Sons Tree and Lawn Care. Locally and family-owned, we're proud to serve Stark County in all surrounding areas with 5-star service on Google and an A++ rating from the Better Business Bureau. From expert tree removal to full-service lawn care, we're licensed, bonded, and insured, and here for you when you need us with 24/7 emergency service. Support local. Call 330-412-4042 today. That's 412-4042. Ebert & Sons, quality you can trust, people you can count on.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
I am Ryan Rowland, and this is Q92 Sports. We are joined by head coach of your Tuslaw Mustangs, Brock Dio. Coach, we're in week 8. You know, how's the health of your team? Any injuries besides being a little banged up late in the season, and how was this week's practice for you guys?
Yeah, we got some bumps and bruises, but the kids are handling it well and fighting through it. And, we had a good week of practice this week.
All right, Coach. We know, you're a Northwest guy. I believe it's your first time going back into the stadium as a head coach. How's that feel?
I'm just focusing on Tuslaw and the Tuslaw Mustang football team, and really glad to be at Tuslaw and have a lot of support, and that's what we're focusing on this week. So those kids playing their best.
All right, Coach. Talking about the Mustangs, what are some things offensively and defensively that they got to do tonight to win?
I think offensively we got to do a good job of getting a hat on a hat and just playing really hard physical football, finishing runs, just playing smart fundamental football. And then defensively, I think we got to do a good job lining up and then getting them out on the ground, good tackles, and make them snap the ball repeatedly throughout the night, limit those big plays.
All right, Coach. Lastly, from last week to this week, what are some things that your team has to clean up?
I just think an execution standpoint, offensively and defensively, and just playing snap to snap and knowing our assignments and doing our job is really what we got to focus on.
All righty, Coach. We thank you for your time and good luck tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
I am Ryan Rowland, and this is Q92 Sports. I am here with head coach John DiMorocco of the Northwest Indians. Coach, a 24-14 win last week over the Orville Red Riders. Now 3-0 in the pack. How has that mentality carried into this week's practice?
Well, it's a new week, a new team, a new mission. But it helps coming off a win. It makes it a little bit easier to get back to practice. We had a good week of practice. The guys are excited and ready to go for another week.
All right, Coach. We mentioned a little bit about last week. What are some things that you guys had to clean up for this week's game?
Well, we had a couple of opportunities to score, and we didn't take advantage of that. We need to finish some teams off. I think in a few games we played, especially at our place this year, we had some opportunities to score and didn't take advantage of it. And we were able to win, but I think we could have won a little more comfortably if we would have executed better in the red zone. So we want to execute better in the red zone. We also had a big turnover last week that turned into 7 points for them. So we got to get rid of the turnovers, that's for sure.
All right, Coach. With Tuslaw coming in tonight, what are some things on offense and some things on defense that you guys got to take care of to win tonight?
Well, the biggest thing they do offensively is they get out of the huddle and they get on the line of scrimmage real quick. They break the huddle, they charge the line of scrimmage, and they're an attack offense. Their base is a double tight full house, and they come right at you, and they come at you real quick. In this day and age, with all the spread offenses around, there's a lot of read stuff that's going on, and you've got time to react to what's going on, and that's mostly what we've seen so far this year. And they're a little bit different, where they get on the ball and they snap it, and they're coming right at you. Their backs are about 4 yards off the line of scrimmage, and they're coming downhill right now. So we got to be prepared for that. We got to be able to line up. They give you some different formations when they come out of the huddle, trying to out formation. You're trying to see if you can recognize their formations, get in the formation real fast, and snap the ball. And then their defense, they're very quick defensively. They run to the ball well and they tackle well. So we got to make sure that we could find them and we could get a body on a body offensively so that we could block them and give our skill kids a chance to make some plays.
All right, Coach. Last here, we know it's senior night tonight. What are your messages to your seniors?
This is your last time in our stadium. Make it a good one. This is a memory that you're going to have for the rest of your life. So make it memorable and enjoy all the good times that you had getting to this point. And more than anything else, let's enjoy our 48 minutes that we have tonight.
All righty, Coach. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you very much.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are just about kickoff here at Northwest High School, where the Tuslaw Mustangs come into town for a Pac-7 matchup against Northwest Indians. We're in the booth. Mike Dixon, Ryan Rowland. Ryan, welcome to Week 8 of Friday Night Football. It's hard to believe we're already in Week 8.
Yeah, it's very hard to believe we're in Week 8. This season is flying by, but a lot of great football has been played so far.
And a lot of great football is happened indeed. And we have a great matchup here tonight. Tuslaw coming off a big win, going to Toronto, knocking off the undefeated team down in Toronto. And then you have Northwest, who played a really good game last week, cleaned things up, got the job done in the second half. And what can we see here this evening, Ryan?
Tonight, I think for the Northwest Indians, some of the things that they got to work on is the penalties. We can't have as many penalties, especially with the offensive line, that we've had in the past. No turnovers. You got to make your extra points. You got to make your field goals. That's been a struggle for them here recently. And get your playmakers to make plays. For the Mustangs, same thing. No dumb mistakes. Win the penalty battle. You got to force 3 and outs for the Indians. And your players have to make plays, and you got to stop Joey Medor. You got to stop Logan Allman.
And who are some players that we should keep an eye out for Tuslaw? I mean, who are the big guys? Who are your key players tonight for them to be successful? They've got to have a big game.
For the Tuslaw Mustangs, we have Ethan, or the quarterback, 500 yards. He's 53 for 99, which is a 53.5% quarterback rating, 9 touchdowns, but he does have 4 interceptions. We got Nathan Eberhardt, running back, 400 yards, averaging 4.8 yards, got 2 touchdowns. And lastly is Caden Lawson, another running back with 229 yards, averaging 4.3 yards with 2 touchdowns as well.
And the big talk up in the press box this evening is that there is one number 22, Joey Medor, who was a Mustang last year, and he's an Indian this year. What do you think that feeling is going to be out there tonight?
If you're the Mustangs, obviously these guys are friends, but right now they're enemies, and they're going to try to stop him because right now Joey Medor for the Indians this senior year has 440 yards, averaging 5.9 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns, has 90 yards receptions, and 4 touchdowns that way too. So he's a big player for the Indians. So that's a guy that they want to stop. And with him coming from the Mustangs, they know a lot about him.
Yes, very, very familiar with him. And, last week we were fortunate to cover Northwest, and they did a great in-game adjustment going from a shotgun formation into the wing T. And that really opened up their offense. Do you see them doing that again this evening?
Actually, I do. Mostly for the fact is, last week, Joey Medor had 114 yards in that wing T. Rainford had 85 yards in that wing T. Gabriel had 45 yards, and Stevenson had 37 yards. So you never knew what running back or who was getting that ball, and they just marched it down the field, and they scored multiple times off of it.
Yeah, definitely. And Venables took off and ran a couple times also in that. So we're just about to kick things off here. Tuslaw will receive the first kick. They have number 3 back, Caden Lawson. Number 22, Nathan Eberhardt. And number 6, Aiden Witzke. And kicking off for Northwest is Ben Shantz. So we are just about to kick Week 8 off here on Q92 Sports Network, presented by Sarshone Auto Group. So Northwest will be kicking from right to left. You know, it'll be interesting to see how Northwest kicks the ball. They did a lot of squib kicks last week. And ball is teed up. Shantz is ready to go, waiting on that whistle.
Yeah, I look for another swift kick here, especially the 30-yard marker right there. That's a lot of open green.
And it is a low kick. It's going to hit right at the 30 and bounce. It's going to be picked up by number 3. Spins out of a tackle. He's still up, and he is pushed out of bounds, but we have a flag on the play. That returner was number 3, Caden Lawson.
You know, with the flag coming out on kickoff return here, I got a feeling it's going to be a block in the back, and it's going to push the Mustangs back.
So they are pointing to it is against Tuslaw. Officials talking it over where the ball or the penalty was marked. We got a holding penalty against Tuslaw, so that'll move them back to start their first drive.
You know, as we get the ball set here, some defensive guys for Northwest to look out for is Jacob Garber, 32 tackles, Connor Stevenson at 28 tackles, and John Campbell at 24 tackles.
Tuslaw's in the huddle. Ethan Hauer, senior quarterback, in. He leads their team in rushing. Under center. Snap is back. Hands off to the man in motion on a jet sweep. Number 41 has some room to run first down and a little bit more. And that running back was Patrick Fox on that end around.
Yeah, Patrick Fox is another guy to look out for. He has 193 yards, averaging 6.8 yards a carry, and has 3 total touchdowns so far in the year.
So Howard's under center once again. Eberhardt in the backfield. Quick pitch to Eberhardt. And he is wrapped up just before the line of scrimmage. Nice job by that Northwest Indians defense to read it. Lazarus, number 2, was on that tackle. So it is going to be 2nd and 10. 11-15 here in the first quarter. Howard, handoff. Number 3 lowers his shoulder, nowhere to go. Gets about 2 on the run. And that is Caden Lawson on the carry. So it'll bring them 3rd down and about 8. Howard under center once again. 3 backs in the backfield. Oh, and we have encroachment here. Yep, we've got a flag on the play. That hard count drew Northwest offsides there.
You know, it's one of the hardest things is being a big man on that defensive line. All your weight resting on 3 fingertips, and you're just ready to go.
So it's still 3rd down and 3, though. So that ball moved 5 yards on that penalty. Ethan Hauer coming under center once again. Single back in the backfield. Handoff again on that jet sweep. And he is close to the first down. That was Fox again on that carry.
Looks like they're going to give it to him.
And they are going to give him the first down. So Tuslaw moving the ball here on their opening drive. So it's 1st and 10 at Northwest 49-yard line. First quarter, 9:57 to go. Hauer under center. He is going to motion into shotgun. The whole offense shifts. Got a pack of wide receivers to his. Look at that bubble screen. It is red and just stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Beautiful job there by the Northwest Indians defense, able to read that play. Abe Lazarus makes that stop. That catch was number 2, Luis Ramos. So it is 2nd and 10. There was no gain on that play. Hauer under center. Snap is back. Handoff again to number 3. Trying to get around to the edge. Has a little bit of room. Throws a stiff arm, and he is brought down at the 40-yard line. Caden Lawson on that carry for Tuslaw. Brought down by number 7, John Campbell. So it's 3rd and 1 here for Tuslaw Mustangs. Putting together a nice first drive. Hauer under center. Eberhardt is the ball carrier there, and it looks like he picked up enough for a Mustang first down. Brought down by Lazarus and Jacob Garber.
You know, Northwest Tuslaw doing a great job moving the ball down, getting their running backs involved here early in the game.
Hauer, shotgun formation. Man in motion. Snap is back. They're going to call an illegal motion. So they're going to say false start against Tuslaw. That'll move them back. That's kind of a weird motion on that play. Eberhardt coming in front of the quarterback, then around, and then back out to where he was.
Almost thought we were watching Canadian football for a second.
Exactly. So it is 1st and 15 for the Mustangs. Howard going to be under center. Eberhardt in the backfield. Man in motion. Hand off to Eberhardt. Up the middle. Gets about 4 yards on the play, and he's going to be brought down by a host of Indians.
You know, way to put your fullback in the motion right there to take out the guard and tackle combo. They tried to make a little hole for your running back to run through there.
Yeah, Tuslaw using a lot of motion here on this first drive. It is 2nd and 11. Man in motion, handoff to Eber. Oh, fumble on the play, missed. Handoff. So Hare able to recover his own fumble there. Looks like him and Eberhardt just had trouble on the exchange.
You're looking about now 3rd and 14, 15.
So it's 3rd and 14, 6:52. Empty backfield. Howard in the shotgun. Snap is back, looking to throw. Looks right, pumps, tucks it. Breaks one tackle, still looking, going to keep it himself, going upfield, and he is knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Jacob Garber in on that tackle. So that's going to bring up 4th and 8 here for the Mustangs. We got a quick score update already. West Branch 7, Alliance nothing, first quarter. And Hoover 7, Perry nothing.
Going for it here.
Tuslaw's going for it. Shotgun formation. Man in motion is Eberhardt. Look for that quick pitch, the option play. Tucking it. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. And They're going to call it complete. A gain of about maybe 2 yards on that pass. And that completion was to Nathan Eberhardt, number 22. So that is a turnover on downs for Tuslaw. They put together a real nice drive, but now Northwest offense gets an opportunity. It'll be 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, I think Ethan Hare waited just a second too late on that pitch. If it was a little sooner, that might have been gone to the house.
So shotgun formation. Medor in the backfield. Snap is back, hand off to Joey Medor. Lowers his shoulder, and he gets about 1, maybe 2 yards on the play. Kyle Allen, number 62, on that tackle for the Mustangs. So it is 2nd and 7, ball on the 36. Pistol formation for the Indians. Venables and Medor. Snap is back. Looking for the bubble screen, but it was a hand off to Medor up the middle. Didn't really fool the Mustangs with that one there, Ryan.
No, they didn't. I think they're keyed in on knowing that Joey Medor is a great part of their offense, and they're going to key on him. Now what you need to do for the Northwest Indians is you need to get your other guys involved in the game. You can't rely too much on Joey Medor right now just because they're keyed in on him.
So it is 3rd and 5. Venables shotgun formation. Medor to his left. Fakes the handoff. Has a man wide open. Number 13 catches it just beyond the first down marker. Kellen Reinford with the reception. So Parker Reinhardt, number 9, was the one that made the tackle for the Mustangs. That is a first down for Northwest. Ball on the 46-yard line. Braden Venables, pistol formation. Medor fakes the handoff. Medor is going to throw it out to Alman, but Alman is tackled right away. Beautiful job out there by number 6 for the Mustangs, Aiden Witzke. So that's going to be loss of 1 on that play. So it is 2nd and 11. 4:11 left here in the first quarter.
You know, these Northwest are starting out like they did last week in pistol formation. I can't wait for them to get in a heavy package here.
So shotgun formation. Ball is back. Venable drops back, looking to throw, rolls out to his left. Going to tuck it and go, and he just slides right at the sticks. Not really sure if that was designed or he just didn't see anything downfield, but that brings up 3rd and about 9.
You know, Tuslaw was doing a great job with their DBs blocking everybody. And unfortunately, instead of taking a crazy hit, you want to keep your quarterback healthy, so he had to slide there.
So they aren't even going to give him – they're going to put him right at the marker, so it'll be 3rd down and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Venables, shotgun formation. Alman in motion. Snap is back, looking to throw. Airs it out to the sidelines. Able to bring it in is Lazarus with a nice catch there right on the sidelines. And it is enough for a first down. Beautiful job by both the tandem of knowing where the sticks were and able to get that first down. So Northwest has their first down. Ball on the 44-yard line of Tuslaw. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff. Venable's going to keep it himself. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Nathan Eberhardt in on that tackle for the Mustangs. So it's going to be 2nd and 9, a gain of 1. Venables looking to the sideline. He's got trips to his right. Joey Medor in the backfield with him. Snap is back. Hand off to Medor. Medor has a hole and room to run. Makes one man miss. Lowers his shoulder and picks up an extra yard or 2. He is brought down at the 25-yard line. First down, Indians. He's brought down by number 2, Luis Ramos.
You know, so far this drive, Joey Medor has 3 touches for 22 yards so far.
So shotgun formation, trips to Venable's right. Medor to his right also. Hand off Medor again. Lowers his shoulder, trying to get us those extra yards, and picks up about 4 on the carry. Brought down by number 62, Kyle Allen on the tackle.
You know, we talk about Joey Medor a lot, but he's that running back that you love to see. He will lower his shoulder. He will get through the smallest of holes, and he will extend plays for you.
So 2nd and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line. Venable scanning the defense. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Hand off again to Joey Medor. Bouncing it outside, and he is tripped up. If he was not tripped up there by number 58. Nathan Young able to grab his ankle there. We have an injured Mustang trying to get off the field, so they've blown the whistle dead. Looks like that injured Mustang is number 87, Brock Weingen.
Thankfully for that injury timeout, too, because these Mustangs had 4 people go off the field and only 2 return, and 2 of them had to come back on the field, so a little bit of confusion down there.
Just a tad bit. And we are in that wing T heavy formation there for Northwest. Snap is back. Going to hand off to Medor. He has a hole, lowers his shoulder, keeps his feet moving, and he is brought down at about the 14-yard line. That is enough for a Northwest first down. Caden Lawson there on the stop for the Mustangs. So nice drive here by the Indians in their first time with the ball. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Snap is back. Hand off to number 42, Garber. Garber lowers his shoulder and gets about 3 yards on the play. 9 seconds here left in the first quarter. And that'll be it for the first quarter. 0-0 score here. Both teams putting together nice drives where there's a timeout on the field. We'll be back after this.
Everybody's a winner here at Northwest Indian Stadium tonight. Stark Federal Credit Union is sponsoring Dollar Dog Night for all the fans. The hot dogs are only $1. You may want 5. Mustard and ketchup are free. I know. I had one. It was delicious. Thank you, Stark Federal Credit Union.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back here to start the second quarter. Both teams putting together nice drives, except Tuslaw had a couple penalty problems, which slowed them down. Northwest is driving down the field. It's 2nd and 6. Ball on Tuslaw's 10-yard line here to start the second quarter.
Yeah, you know, Mike, we've covered Northwest for the last couple of weeks like we have been. You're starting to see a pattern with their identity, what their offense is. They're going to march down the field, and then once they get inside that red zone, once they get by the 20-yard line, they're going to go into that heavy package, that wing T, and they're just going to hand the ball off to numerous running backs. And you better pick out which one has the ball because it's hard to find it.
It is, and they do a really nice job with it. And Garber is back out there with the offense, so it looks like they are going to stay with it. So at running backs, you have Garber, Renford, and Medor surrounding Venables. You have Simon out left, Almond out right. Snap is back. Handoff to Medor, nowhere to go. He is met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back by that defensive front for the Mustangs. 56 was the initial person there to make this stop. Mason Kaufman did a nice job of reading that and getting there.
You know, one of the best things about having Joey Medor is he's going to make big plays for you. The worst thing of having Joey Medor right now is he is a former Mustang. They know his weaknesses. They know how to get to him.
So, wing T formation once again. Snap is back, looking to throw, and he has a man in the end zone. And that is a touchdown Northwest to Simon. That is a 10-yard touchdown pass from Venables to Simon to get on the board for the first time this evening for the Indians. Just a great job there. Everyone packed in tight looking for that running play. Simon runs a nice little post pattern and is able to pick it up for the 10-yard touchdown. So Shantz in to attempt the extra point. There's a flag on the play.
Flag is down. Offside penalty called against the Mustangs.
So that is going to be against Tuslaw.
You know what a beautiful offensive play we've seen. You know, the wing tee running it down. They stuck the defense in there, and then they hit him on the wheel route.
And it looks like they are going to change it up and go for two here.
You know, with covering them the last few weeks, I almost don't blame them because they have not been the greatest with kicking extra points or field goals.
So Northwest bringing the offense back out. Oh, they're bringing in the real heavy package. Joey Medor's coming off. You've got Stevenson, Garber, Renford in at running back. Venables shotgun. Snap is back. Hand off to Stevenson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage and wrapped. That is no good on that extra point attempt. The 2-point conversion is no good. We have 11:15 remaining in this half. There is a timeout on the field. We'll be right back after this.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency is a locally woman-owned travel agency helping you see the world. Lisa books any and all types of travel, honeymoons, all-inclusive, cruises, Disney, along with bachelor and bachelorette trips and destination weddings with low deposit, and you set your monthly payments. Mention Q92 to get $50 on board cruise, credit, cabin, or $150 off your non-canceled vacation or honeymoon. Call 330-428-0610. Lisa's Dream Getaways Travel Agency. If you don't go, you won't know.
All right, we are back, ready to kick things off. Shantz has the ball teed up. Back deep for the Mustangs is Caden Lawson. Squib kick once again. Ball's going to bounce. Tipped up by number 4 and picked up. He's going to make one man miss, trying to run, but he is dragged down at about the 36-yard line. Bryson Pereira was the returner on that. So Tuslaw coming out for their second possession of this ball game.
You know, I look for Northwest on their kickoffs to pick on that number 4, only for the fact that if you look closely on his right hand, he does have a cast. So he's a one-hand bandit right now.
All right, so Tuslaw Mustangs out. Handoff. Looking for room to run, has a little bit. It's number 3. He gets about 7, maybe 8 on the carry is Caden Lawson. Great job by the offensive line there, brought down by number 2, Abram Lazarus. So that brings up 2nd and 1.
Second down and 1.
Hauer under center once again. Hands it off to number 41, lowers his shoulder, picks up the first down, and about 5 more yards was Fox. Lincoln Blake on the tackle there for the Indians. Tuslaw picks up another first down. Ball on the 42-yard line of the Mustangs.
That is Fox's 4th carry for 17 yards so far this half.
Hauer under center once again. Snaps up, dropping back to throw, looking, has a man downfield, underthrows it, and it is going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was number 9, Parker Reinhardt. On the coverage was number 1, Devin Simon. So it is 2nd and 10. Tuslaw hands it off, going up the middle, and that's about a 5-yard gain. Is Lawson on that play? Number 3 in on that tackle for Northwest, Christian Breeden. They're going to call it a gain of 5, so it is 3rd and 5.
I want to give some linemen love right now because 62, the tackle, had a great pancake to end that drive.
So our under center hands off to the first back through, number 22, and he picks up a first down as a gain of about 5 on the run for Nathan Eberhardt. Again, Christian Breeden in on that tackle. Tuslaw picks up the first down and moves into Northwest territory, their 45-yard line. Our under center once again. Man in motion, going for that jet sweep once again, has some room to run, gets around the end, and he is brought down. That is Fox once again. They have ran that in around jet sweep play numerous times tonight and still able to pick up about 5 yards every single time they run it. So it brings up 2nd and 5.
You know that jet sweep play right there. I think if you would have cut it just a little sooner, there would have been a lot more yardage and possibly to the house.
So Howard under center snaps up, quick pitch out to number 22, lowers his shoulder, and he comes close to the pickup of the first down. Number 22, Eberhardt, and tackle made by number 22, Joey Medor. So we will see where they place it. Looks like it's going to be, they move that ball quite a bit on that placement.
I'm looking around to see how John DeMarco is acting right now.
Everyone's kind of wondering why that ball was placed. So that is a first down for the Mustangs. Handoff, Fox, number 41. He is met at the offensive line, nowhere to go. Number 52, able to bring him down, Colin Smith.
Yeah, Colin Smith and a pack of his friends from the tribe here really got to Fox there.
Yeah, nice job by that defensive front getting a push there. So it brings up 2nd and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line for the Mustangs. Howard's going to be under center once again. 3 backs in the backfield. Hand it off to Reinhardt up the middle. Nowhere to go. I'm sorry, Nathan Eberhardt was on that carry. John Campbell on that tackle. So it's 3rd down.
So far this half, we got Eberhardt, with 6 carries and 22 yards so far.
So it's 3rd and 7. Mustangs looking to the sideline for their play call. Shotgun formation. Eberhardt next to the quarterback. Snap is back. Hands off to Eberhardt. Lowers his shoulder, and he comes close to the first down. And they are going to give it to him just over the first down marker. So Mustangs eating up the clock here in the second quarter. Brought down by Stevenson. 1st and 10, Tuslaw, ball on the 22-yard line. 6:42 left to go in the half. Howard shotgun formation. Eberhardt next to him. Snap is back. It's going to keep it. Has room to run, and he is brought down at the 10-yard line, and that'll be enough for a Mustang first down. Gain of about 8 on that play, 8 or 9. They're going to give him a good spot, though. So it's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 10. Mustangs in the red zone for the first time this evening. Snap is back. Going to fake the handoff. Going to try to get to the outside is Howard. He breaks one tackle and makes his way into the end zone for the first touchdown this evening. A 10-yard touchdown run by Ethan Howard here in the second quarter. So this extra point is a big extra point since Northwest went for 2 and failed last time. Tuslaw waving to the sideline. They are short some guys. Luke ruling in to attempt the extra point. He's 18 for 18. High snap through the holder's hands. It is rolling around, and Northwest is going to fall on the ball. So on a bad snap, Tuslaw misses the extra point. So 5:57 here in the first half. The score is tied at 6.
What a great luck. I want to call it luck there for the Northwest Indians right there.
The dogs are $1 here at Northwest Locals Dr. Martin Smilik Stadium tonight. It's Dollar Dog Night. Here's how it works. Every fan in the stands can buy a hot dog for $1 thanks to Stark Federal Credit Union. Think big, bank small. Think hot dogs from Stark Federal Credit Union, your home team credit union.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back here set to kick things off. Tuslaw is back deep for the Indians, Joey Medore, and it looks like number 2, Lazarus, is also back deep. I'm sorry, that's Almond, number 6, back deep. So kick is up. It is a deep kick. Almond's going to catch it right at the goal line, able to save it. Has a little bit of room, breaks it out to the outside, and he is brought down at about the 21-yard line. Luis Ramos in on that tackle for the Mustangs.
You know, for any of our fans that are tuning in just now, the last time the Indians were on offense, they marched it down the field in a wing T formation, giving the ball off to different multiple backs, and then a touchdown pass to Lazarus out of the wing T, almost like a wheel route, and with a missed 2-point conversion.
So 1st and 10, empty backfield. Fakes the jet sweep to Almond. Vanderbilt's going to keep it himself. Spins, breaks a tackle. He gets up and brought down at about the 30-yard line. Parker Reinhardt on the tackle. That's going to be first down Northwest. So shotgun formation once again. Man, Almond in motion. Hand off to Joey Venables. Has room to run. Going to keep his legs churning, and he picks up about 6 on the carry. Brought down at about the 37-yard line. Brought down by Kaufman. So a quick score update. Hoover 21, Perry 0, McKinley 7, Lake 7, second quarter. Shotgun formation for Venables. Trips to his right. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff to Medore. Going to keep it himself. Fakes the pitch, and he's able to pick up about 2 on the carry. Kyle Allen on the stop for the Mustangs. Allen all over the defensive field for the Mustangs so far in the first half. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Shotgun formation. Medore to Venables left. Snap is back. Hands off to Medore. pushes his blocker through. He is over, and that is enough for a first down and a gain of 2. Caden Lawson there to make the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 43-yard line with 4 minutes left to go in the half.
You know, so far, both teams coming out this half just run heavy. A lot of running.
Very, very run heavy. That clock is just ticking away up there. Shotgun formation once again. Snap is back. Hand off to Joey Medor. Medor shifts to the left. Not much room to run, and he is brought down after about a 2-yard gain on the play. Number 22 in on that tackle for the Mustangs, Nathan Eberhardt.
You know, some more offensive love here for the offensive lineman. Number 67 was in there with Joey Medor protecting that football because the Mustangs were actually trying to strip it as they took him down.
So empty backfield for Venables. 2nd down. Snap is back. Looks to throw to Amon. Amon has it. Makes one man miss, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the bubble screen. And that'll bring up 3rd down here for the Indians. Number 10, Ethan Hare on that tackle. Third and 5 for the Indians. Shotgun formation for Venables. Medor to his right. Almond in motion. Snap is back. Venables dropping for that screen pass to Joey Medor. Has some room to run, and he steps out of bounds at about, we have a flag on the play. Late flag on the play. So it was enough for a first down, but we'll see what the penalty was. It is a late flag.
You know, usually with the late flag there, you're going to probably see a late hold from an offensive lineman just trying to help his running back get those extra yards and pick up that first down. And one of the hardest things, you know, for the offensive lineman, it's about your hand placement and it's about how extended your arms are when you are blocking.
Well, what's weird is the back judge threw it, so it's holding against Northwest. You were right. So that is going to push him back. I mean, that flag came from the back judge and late after he was already out of bounds. So that's kind of interesting play there. So ball is pushed back to the 40-yard line of Northwest. 3rd and 13, 2:18 left to go in the half. Venables looking to the sideline for the play call. Empty backfield for Venables.
You know, I'm watching this matchup right now with Ty Lipkin out here almost with a good cover. DB's far back.
Bubble screen out to number 2, Lazarus, and he is going to pick up about 7 on the play. Stop made by number 4 for the Mustangs, and that's going to be Bryson Pereira. So it's 4th and 6. Punt team is coming out for Northwest. This will be the first punt of the ball game for either team. 1:49 left to go here in the half. Jacob Garber set to punt it away. Back deep is number 22, Nathan Eberhardt for the Mustangs. Northwest doesn't have enough guys on the field. They're going to get delay of game. That's going to push them back a little bit further.
You know, Mike, as they get this ball set, you know, I heard you say we're about a minute and something left in the half, and it's blowing my mind because I looked down at my watch, and it was only 7:38, and we had a kickoff at 7 o'clock.
It is moving because everyone is running the ball. And you know what's weird about taking that penalty is you had 3 timeouts left, and there's only 1:27 left in the game. Snap is back. Garber's going to get it off. Nice punt. It's going to bounce about the 20-yard line and roll. And it is going to be down at about the 3-yard line. So beautiful punt and beautiful stop there for the Indians. There is a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play at about the original line of scrimmage.
You know, I was almost waiting for 2 flags here because number 7 from Tuslaw, number 10, I'm sorry, almost was fighting Ty Lipkins out here almost on the field.
So officials are talking it over here. So there isn't running into the kicker in the high school game, so it can't be that. Now they're calling all the officials in to kind of talk it over here.
You know, where the flag is, the only thing I can think of is, and I wish we had video replay, was there a guy over the center, which is illegal in high school?
Yeah, well, let's see. It looks like they're moving Northwest back, though. So we are still waiting for an explanation here. So they're going to lose that beautiful punt. So holding is the call against Northwest. All that conversation, and it was a holding call.
Now,
so it's 4th down.
If it was a holding call and it took that long to talk about, I'm wondering if it was actually a really holding call.
Yeah, that was highly interesting. So the ball's now on the 32-yard line. Garber set to punt it away again. Snap is back. Punt is up. Beautiful punt. Going to bounce. Take a nice little hop. Going to picked up by Eberhardt. Eberhardt's trying to make a man miss, and he is brought down by number 8 there. Ty Lipkins there on the tackle. And the Mustangs are going to take over at about the where are they going to put that? I would say about the 27-yard line. So Mustangs coming out. 1:12 left to go in the half.
You know, last time we seen the Mustangs on offense, they marched down the field. They got a nice touchdown. They missed their PAT with the high snap.
The ball's at the 27-yard line. Hauer under center. Snap is back. Going to hand off to number 3. Looking for room to run. Not a lot of room there. Beautiful job by the Northwest defense and bottling him up. Caden Lawson. So clock is still moving under a minute. 57 seconds here. 2nd down and 5. You know, I'm really surprised here that Tuslaw is taking their time getting the play in.
Same. Especially with all 3 timeouts left and a little bit of lineman left in half. I mean, if I was these guys, I would want to punch the ball in.
9-7. That play clock is just ticking away here. Snaps back just in time. Handoff to the up man. He gets about 2 yards on the play, gets up to about the 35-yard line, is number 22, Nathan Eberhardt. So 14 seconds left here to go in the half. It's going to be 3rd and 2, and they're just going to be okay with that as they start running off the field. As we go into halftime, the score is 6-6. We have a tied ball game here in Northwest. So we'll be back to wrap up the first half right after this.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Massillon at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday Night Football Special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now, 330-837-9944.
RG Dreg, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Dreg students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Dreg to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Dreg, where careers begin.
Looking for unique, handcrafted treasures? Come explore Cozy Cottage Market, a locally owned gem in Canal Fulton. With 34 amazing local vendors, you'll find everything from bath and body products, home decor, and chocolates to local honey, hot sauces, and seasonings. Join us for our monthly outdoor markets full of community charm and one-of-a-kind finds. We're at 919 Cherry Street East in Heritage Square, just 2 doors down from Don Brand's Pizza. Cozy Cottage Market Shop. Support local and love what you find.
At Your Table Cafe and Catering is located in Canal Fulton at 365 Towpath Avenue, Northwest, Suite B. A small business that prides themselves on making quality food from family recipes where everything is, as they say, homemade from the heart. You can enjoy breakfast or lunch at the cafe, or they can cater for your special occasion. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on their website, which is at yourtablecafe.com. Call them at 330-408-7771.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of Q92 News. A man accused in a shooting at a North Canton apartment complex faces charges of felonious assault, discharging a weapon into a home or school, and inducing panic. Bond was set at $1.1 million during the first court appearance this morning for 38-year-old Brian Francisco. He was arrested after Thursday morning's incident at the Versailles Garden Apartments at Main and Apple Grove Streets. Francisco allegedly was shooting through the walls of an apartment when gunfire struck the victim. Police rescued the woman through a window as the shooting continued. She was taken to Mercy Hospital for treatment of multiple wounds. Her condition has not been released. There's not believed to be a connection between the shooter and victim. The Canton Metro Crash Team is investigating a fatal accident at Harrison Avenue and Navarre Road Southwest. 35-year-old Martin Hightower of Canton was pronounced dead at Altman Hospital at 4:30 this morning, less than half an hour after the crash. Police say Hightower was riding an electric bike when he failed to stop at a red light and was hit by a vehicle that was southbound on Harrison. The other driver was not hurt. Bond is set at $75,000 for a Columbiana County woman charged in a violent attack in Canton. 20-year-old Chloe Snyder of West Township was arraigned today in Canton Municipal Court. She was arrested earlier today on a warrant charging her with felonious assault. Snyder and 2 unidentified suspects allegedly struck a 20-year-old Maslin man on the head with a metal bar and wrench. The victim suffered serious injuries in the September 11th incident in the 200 block of Arlington Avenue Southwest. Snyder is scheduled to return to court Tuesday for a status conference. The Stark County Jail is getting state assistance to help inmates receive treatment for addiction. A roughly $227,000 grant was announced today by Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost. Sheriff Eric Weisburn says his office will use the funding to build upon the success of the jail's Stark County Adult Recovery Program. It focuses on the causes of addiction. The grant is part of a third round of funding to 11 Ohio County jails totaling $2 million. It expands the program's reach to 37 counties statewide. The Marlington Board of Education has approved the latest 5-year financial forecast. Thursday, Treasurer Bob Foss informed the board the district will end the current fiscal year with a balanced budget and a surplus of about $348,000. During a Wednesday work session, Ryan Gazzoni with Frontline Education cited previous cost-cutting as a factor. Deficit spending of roughly $547,000 is forecast in 2026 and about $1.2 million in 2027. Foss says the projections reflect only the general fund. One reason for the deficit spending is the transfer of Nexus Pipeline settlement money from the general fund to the Capital Projects Fund for building improvements. Superintendent Dan Swisher believes the district will have to ask voters for new operating funds within the next 10 years. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
Nimishillen Township trustees learned of a new zoning process Thursday. WDPN's David Schur reports.
Upgrading to an online permit application simplifies the process, eliminates paperwork and filing cabinets, and provides a permanent record of the processing. The procedure is also adaptable to other required records for other township departments. Trustees also approved a $3,960 purchase of 23 pair of fire-retardant Nomex pants from Livingston's Uniforms of Akron.
Trustees also approved monthly department reports. A Portage County grand jury has indicted a woman on 2 counts of animal cruelty. 35-year-old Sarah Senni is accused of leaving her 2 dogs locked inside a mobile home without food or water and allowing them to starve to death. An investigation began in June after the Portage Animal Protective League received a tip about the animals' welfare. Neighbors said they hadn't heard the dogs in 3 months. A humane officer found them dead inside the trailer. Their bodies were severely decomposed and the floor was covered with feces. A former Lisbon teacher has pleaded guilty to 30 counts of pandering obscenity involving a minor and 15 counts of illegal use of a minor in nudity-oriented material or performance. The pleas were entered today in Columbiana County Common Pleas Court by 69-year-old James Watt of Columbiana. He will be sentenced January 9th. Watt possessed obscene material involving children in October 2024. 18 devices were seized from him based on information from a cyber tip, and Watt was indicted in January. He was a STEM teacher at Lisbon David Anderson High School until his retirement last year. Authorities are investigating after a body was found behind a Youngstown home Thursday afternoon. Police responded to an address on Elmira Avenue on the city's south side. The body was discovered in the backyard by a person who was cleaning the property. It's not clear how long it had been there. The Mahoning County Coroner's Office identified the body as that of George Westhead. He was previously reported missing. The cause of death is unknown. An elderly woman is in critical condition following a house fire in Austintown this morning. Firefighters were called to the 3800 block of Cannon Road around 9:40. The woman, who is disabled, was pulled from the home through a bedroom window. She was taken to a hospital. The house sustained heavy damage. The cause is under investigation by the state fire marshal's office. A man accused of robbing a bank in Boardman Thursday is behind bars. Boardman police arrested 48-year-old Terry Gilbert of Hanover Township after responding to the reported holdup at a PNC Bank branch on Market Street. He allegedly demanded money from a teller and fled with $220. Officers found Gilbert in Southern Park Mall a short time later. He was booked at the Mahoning County Jail on a robbery charge. Gilbert was arraigned today in Youngstown Municipal Court on a robbery charge stemming from Tuesday's holdup of a Huntington Bank in Youngstown. He was wanted on multiple warrants, including a federal warrant for a probation violation. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, right after a look at the forecast. For the overnight, mostly clear skies and a low of 46. Saturday, mostly cloudy, a high around 66. For Q92 News, I'm Jeff Mears.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members. With a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Massillon at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday night football special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now. 330-837-9944.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. upon completion. RG Dreg students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Dreg to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Dreg, where careers begin.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, welcome back here at halftime at Northwest, where the score is tied. Tuslaw Mustangs 6, Northwest Indians 6. We're going to look around the area to get some score updates. So Perry 14, Hoover 21. That game is still in the second quarter. McKinley 7, Lake 7, also still in the second quarter. That's pretty good game over there at the Hall of Fame Stadium over there.
Yeah, it's a game, at Tom Benjamin Stadium that, if McKinley wins tonight, they have a share of the Federal League.
If I'm not mistaken, they've won the Federal League about 11 times so far. And that's a pretty good feat, especially in a league like the Federal League. So another score out in Green. It is Green 7 visiting Louisville 14. There is 4 minutes left in the first half on that one. Another great local ball game. Those two schools trying to fight for something. Green is still kind of alive in the playoff run. They've got to win out, and they've got to have a little bit of help from some friends. So Jackson is 7, Glen Oak nothing. Another big game for Jackson to keep in the running for that Federal League. A lot of them are saying that could be an overlook game for Jackson. Catch them asleep because they got a big game next week.
It's almost like a tune-up in a way.
Yeah,
just to get some things aired out.
Because if I'm not mistaken, they have McKinley next week.
Yes, I believe that's correct.
So let's see. We'll scroll up here. Minerva 7, Marlington nothing. That game is in the second quarter. So some big ball games in our area. Still waiting on a score update from Alliance and West Branch. That was probably one of the better games in our area this evening. Once again, we are halftime here. Tuslaw 6, Northwest 6. Ryan, were you going to update us with a score? You're digging around over there.
Yeah, I got a few people down there at West Branch Alliance game. Keep me updated, only because I'm an EBC guy at heart. I was told that West Branch just scored again, and it is 27-7 with a few minutes left in the second quarter. West Branch leading, obviously.
Wow, so that is a big game. A lot of them expected to be a high-scoring offensive game over there. West Branch putting on a show. Alliance trying to keep up in that track meet. We are going to step aside when we come back. We're going to go over first half stats and highlights here for this Northwest and Tuslaw game.
Looking for unique, handcrafted treasures? Come explore Cozy Cottage Market, a locally owned gem in Canal Fulton with 34 amazing local vendors. You'll find everything from bath and body products, home decor, and chocolates to local honey, hot sauces, and seasonings. Join us for our monthly outdoor markets full of community charm and one-of-a-kind finds. We're at 919 Cherry Street East in Heritage Square, just 2 doors down from Don Brand's Pizza. Cozy Cottage Market Shop. Support local and love what you find.
East of Chicago Pizza on Lincoln Way in Maslin at the Mayflower Plaza has a deal for your Friday night football party that will make you the MVP. On Fridays, only after 4 p.m., pickup or delivery, you can get a large 3-topping pizza with an order of garlic cheese bread and a 2-liter Pepsi product for just $24. Customers need to mention the Friday Night Football Special and Q92. Don't miss out on the chance to score a touchdown for your party. Call East of Chicago in Massillon now, 330-837-9944.
Looking for top-notch tree and lawn care? Call Ebert & Sons Tree and Lawn Care. Locally and family-owned, we're proud to serve Stark County in all surrounding areas with 5-star service on Google and an A++ rating from the Better Business Bureau. From expert tree removal to full-service lawn care, we're licensed, bonded, and insured, and here for you when you need us with 24/7 emergency service. Support local. Call 330-412-4042 today. That's 412-4042. Ebert & Sons, quality you can trust, people you can count on.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back still here at halftime at Northwest High School. Score is 6-6. Tuslaw 6, Northwest Indians 6. Ryan, what a first half it was. Like you were saying, that first half flew by. I mean, we haven't even hit an hour yet, and we're already almost done with halftime.
Yeah, it's crazy that, we're almost halfway done with halftime, that it's almost 8 o'clock. Kickoff was at 7. And one of the craziest things, too, is I'm looking at my paper for the offensive drives for this first half. For the Indians, they've had a touchdown their first drive. Then they punted the ball. And that's it. That's all they've had in the first half on offense. Now, for the Mustangs, they had, a turnover on downs with that late pitch down there on the sidelines. Then they had a touchdown with the missed extra point. And then their third offensive drive, the clock ran out for halftime. So not much going on offensively, just running the ball and trying to figure out who can punch harder and run the rock better.
And like you said, both teams just using the clock there and trying to run the ball as much as possible. And sooner or later, you think somebody's got to open up the passing game to try to get the big play.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more of Northwest coming out with a passing game. Just from what I've seen from Tuslaw and what I've read about them and researched is, not much of a throwing team, much of a quarterback running, more running back style. Northwest has, Ty Lipkins, who we've not seen yet tonight. We got Logan Allman, who we've seen a little bit of, but he's a big game changer and a big playmaker for them that's going to open up in the second half.
So scoring in that first half, Northwest is going to get on the board. They have a 10-yard touchdown pass from Venables to Simon to open up the scoring. Penalty against Tuslaw moves the ball a little bit closer, so Northwest decides to attempt a 2-point conversion. They fail on the 2-point conversion, so that has the ball game at 6-0 in the second quarter. Tuslaw gets the ball, drives down the field. They get into the red zone for the first time that evening. And number 10, Ethan Hauer, he's going to take the ball himself on a keeper, runs around the end, and runs in for a 10-yard touchdown. Both teams, when they get into the red zone in that second quarter, find the end zone. Tuslaw goes for the extra point, high snap over the holder's head, and now we have a 6-6 ball game.
Yeah, it's wild. 6-6. I was expecting, possibly a lopsided score, but also a score of maybe within 7 of each other. But I was not expecting 6-6 with almost 5 offensive drives from both teams in the half and being at halftime within an hour.
Yeah, it was just clock was running and running. Both teams just handing the ball off. We got a quick score update from Green with 23 seconds left in the first half. A 53-yard touchdown pass from Hunka to Reed to make the score. Green 14, Louisville 14. At halftime in Marlington, it is Minerva 7, Marlington nothing. Perry and Hoover 21, Perry 14. So some big scores happening. That Green game just went to halftime.
You know, Hoover got the big game matchup next week with Lake.
Yes, that big matchup in Uniontown. It'll be, I believe, senior night for the Blue Streaks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right. And, you know, we talk about McKinley having a share of the Federal League if they win tonight. I would imagine whoever wins the Hoover Lake game would have another share of the conference title.
Yeah, and, you know, I heard the crowd roar here a little bit when some scores were announced. It sounds like that Manchester might be losing. Both those Manchester and Northwest are tied for the pack right now.
Yeah, both teams are 3-0 in the pack. Manchester right now, technically number one because of point differential, but both undefeated in the pack, and both of them will play each other week 10. So that's a huge matchup coming up for both teams.
Yeah, big matchup. Both teams are warming up here to start the second half. And Ryan, what are we going to see from these teams? I know Northwest is kind of throwing the ball. They got their big touchdown on a pass. Tuslaw has not really thrown the ball too much. They tried for a bubble screen. Were able to complete that, but Northwest really read it and smothered that play before they could do anything.
Yeah, so in that first half, Ethan Hare went 2 for 4 with 10 yards, with only targeting one receiver. So it's going to be interesting if they do open the passing game, because I don't think that's what their bread and butter is. I think their bread and butter is to run the ball. Northwest obviously has a handful of running backs they can run the rock, but they also have 2 or 3 receivers that they can give the ball to on a wheel out, on a screen, or on a deep ball, and end up scoring that way. And if Tuslaw gets wrapped into the run game and they start loading the box, watch out for Allman to show out. Watch out for Ty Lipkins to show out.
Yeah, and, you know, Ty Lipkins kind of been a little bit quiet here this evening. So it'll be interesting to see if they open it up here to him. So Northwest is making their way to the sidelines. Tuslaw's doing that also. So we have about 50 seconds left here to go at halftime. So we are going to step aside. We'll be back after this.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Here's the score from Northwest Local School Stadium. The hot dogs are winning because they're only $1 thanks to Stark Federal Credit Union. No matter what the final score is tonight, both Indian and Mustang fans will walk out of the stadium winners and full. Thanks to Stark Federal Credit Union.
We are back here to start the second half. Tuslaw is setting to kick it off to Northwest. Back deep is Joey Medor and number 6, Logan Allman.
You know, Mike, during that halftime, the weather has dropped like 15 degrees.
It's gotten chilly. We can feel it with the windows open here in the press box. Kick is up, goes right past Joey Medor and rolls into the end zone for a touchback. So Northwest will get their first possession of the second half at the 20-yard line. Braden Venables and his offense are making their way out onto the field.
All right, listeners, it is 8:08. Let's see how fast this half can go.
if it's anything like the first half, it'll be interesting.
We might be on the road by 9:30 tonight, which is very unusual.
It is. So West Branch is driving again late in the second quarter. So Northwest out on offense. Venables looking to the sideline, and here comes that wing T with Garber, Medor, and Renford. Snap is back, handoff to Medor. Medor has a nice little hole, makes a cut, and he's tripped up by his own offensive lineman after about a gain of 5 on the play. Eberhardt is there for the tackle. So bring up 2nd and 7, ball on the 23-yard line. Almost like a wishbone formation here. Snap is back. Hand off to Medor. Medor has a little bit of hole, tries to bounce it out to the outside, lowers the shoulder, and is driving that pile. He is close to the first down marker, brought about the 29-yard line. We will see where they mark it. And they're going to mark him just shy of the first down. It is going to be 3rd and 1, ball on the 29-yard line for the Indians.
You know, in that first half, we've seen Medor carry the rock 8 times for 42 yards.
Oh, we're going to get a false start on the offense. That left tackle out there jumped. So that's going to move the ball back for 3rd down and about 6.
You know, Mike, we're covering these guys for going on our 4th week now. I've noticed that it's that third quarter that coming out of halftime that this offensive line almost in a daze is when they start messing up with their penalties.
Yeah, and we saw, against Lake, against Canton South, last week against Orville a little bit. So snap is back. Venables going to hand it off to Medor. Medor has a hole, has some open field, makes one man miss, and he is brought down by the safety. Pick up a first down at about the 39-yard line. So that's first down Northwest. So brought down by number 9 on the play, Parker Reinhardt. So Venables, snap is back. Hand off to Joey Medor. Medor lowers his shoulder and falls forward for a gain of about 2. Oof. We've got a late flag, some extracurriculars, and it looks like Northwest might get caught for that one.
You know, if you're Northwest, this is something you got to watch out for. You don't want to want the Mustangs to bring out the worst in you, because so far this year you've been really disciplined. You don't want to lose that.
DeMarco's making his way out onto the field to try to figure out what is going on. So we got a personal foul on the Indians. I hear the helicopter above us, Ryan. So that'll back them up 15 yards on the play.
You know, that helicopter might be the Manchester team trying to get some scouting reports on this Northwest team.
I think it's the news chopper up there trying to get some footage for the news later. So it is 2nd and 22 for the Indians after that penalty. So Venables, wishbone formation, fakes the handoff to Medor, rolls out to his left, has a man open, and it is Almond for the completion. Beautiful job there by Almond holding onto the ball while coverage was all over him. Number 6 for the Mustangs is on that coverage, Aiden Witzke.
Almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
They are close. They got 1 yard past the original line of scrimmage. It is 3rd down and 9. A little bit more manageable there. So Northwest still in that wishbone formation. Garber, Renford in the backfield. looking to throw, has Almond right at the sticks. He catches it and steps out of bounds. Beautiful job by Almond, just making that catch as he's falling out of bounds. And that'll be first down, Northwest. Number 6 on the coverage once again for Tuslaw.
You know, one of the best things about being in that wing tee and that heavy package is, you know, you got receivers open. You're going to have plenty of running backs out there.
So snap is back. Fakes the handoff to Medor, throws to Almond again, and that's about a 6-yard gain on the play. So they are just over midfield. Almond getting his work on this drive. Coverage again by number 6 for Tuslaw.
Yeah, so far this drive, Almond is 3 for 28, and Venables is, 3 for 3 with 28 yards.
So, snap back, handoff to Medor. Medor is tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Had a little bit of room, but he is just tripped up by number 3, Caden Lawson. So it's 3rd and 2 here for the Indians.
Also in this drive, we got Joey Medor, 5 carries for 22 yards so far.
So, heavy formation again. Snap is back. Handoff to Medor. Medor bounces it outside, takes it inside. There's a flag on the play again. Northwest had the first down, but there is flag on the play towards the offensive line.
Yeah, they're going to get holding there, which is going to
Holding. You are correct, on Northwest.
So I just gave you the offensive stats for this drive. Now with penalties this drive, they are 3 for 3 with 35 yards.
So, penalties again hurting Northwest. Alliance with a big punt return right before halftime. But the score is West Branch 34, Alliance 14. So Northwest here has 3rd and 12. Back in the shotgun formation. Snap is back. Fakes the bubble screen. Rolling out, looking to throw downfield. Almost intercepted. Northwest wants the interference call. Almond was the intended receiver. He had the guy draped all over his back. Wasn't the greatest pass from Venables, but Tuslaw did a nice job of getting in there and breaking it up. So that is going to be 4th and 12.
I'm going to say, I'm going to give the referees credit there. Let the kids play. I know there was a little grab here and there, but, at the end of the day, it was pretty bang right there.
So Garber is set to punt this one away. Had a really nice punt this area last time down. Punt is up. Beautiful punt. They're going to let it hit the ground. It is going to take a bounce and fall out of bounds. About the 24-yard line. So it took a Tuslaw bounce. They're going to take over on their first possession of the second half.
One of the hardest things was you're driving down the field. You got your quarterback making completions, marching down the field with your running back, and then 35 yards in penalties is what stopped you and had to punt the ball back and giving it back to Tuslaw.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 Tuslaw at their 25-yard line here to start their drive in the second half. Hare under center. 3 backs in the backfield. Hands off to number 3, trying to get up the middle. Gets about 1 on the play was Lawson. Tackle made by number 53 for Northwest, Jeremy Caudle. 2nd and 7 on the play. Tuslaw breaks the huddle, gets to the line of scrimmage. Hare under center, 3 backs in the backfield, single receiver to his left. They're calling for it. There it is. Flag is down. Just a flinch there by that offensive line of Tuslaw. So it's going to be a false start on the offense. Going to push him back there.
I actually think that was a false start on the fullback there. Once he was locked, there was a little bit of movement. And, the whole defense pointed it out to the officials.
And they didn't throw the flag to the defense, pointed it out. So we're going to try this again. 2nd and 12. Ball now on the 23-yard line for Tuslaw. They're under center. Snap. Going to fake the handoff. Quick pitch on that option. Nowhere to go. He is met at the line of scrimmage. Beautiful job of that Northwest defense of staying home. Number 3 is Lawson on that ball carry. So Lipkins in on that tackle. Also Garber. So it's 3rd and 10. They're going to say he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Mike, I think that was a great call play right there. But I don't think the execution was there. The little spin around to do the pitch is, I think, what cost them that extra second. They get the defenders there to get him.
So snap, fakes the handoff, going to roll out to his right, looking downfield. Has a man almost intercepted through the hands of Stevenson. I don't think Stevenson thought that was coming to him, and he put his hands up, and it just went right through. So that is going to bring up 4th and 10 for Tuslaw. They're bringing in their punt team.
Even though it was an interception, it's still incomplete pass. It's still 4th down. They're going to punt it away. You're going to get the ball back. But we're sitting right next door to the Northwest coaches. And with he dropped that pass or that interception there, I thought the defensive coach here was going to go through this wall because of how hard he was punching it.
So Tuslaw set to punt it away. Snap is back a little bit high. Almost blocked. Allman's going to receive it about the 40-yard line. Reverses field. Jukes a man trying to get to the edge. Has a little bit of running room. He's at the 50, the 40, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line of Tuslaw. What a nice return by the Northwest Indians. Pushed out of bounds by Eberhardt there.
And there's a few words exchanged between Allman and Eberhardt there. If you're Northwest and you're John DeMarco, you got to tell your guys, hey, keep the motions out of it. Let's show them on the field what we are about.
So it is 1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line for Venables and his offense. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff from Medora. Throws to Allman on that bubble screen. Nowhere to go. And they're going to give him maybe a yard. So brought down by Fox on that play. And they're going to say no gain on that play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Kind of got to wonder calling a bubble screen right there.
Yeah, I'd almost say stay in that heavy wing tee. It's been working.
Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Hands off to Joey. Medora's churning his feet. Gets about 5 yards on the carry. And I'll bring up 3rd and 5. So Kaufman, there is a flag on the play. Flag is closer to the sidelines, right around where the receivers were standing.
Yeah, no way Ty Lipkins is looking down there a little upset. I think it's going to be on him. Maybe a false start or possibly some words exchanged that don't need to be happening.
Personal foul on Tuslaw. So that'll be an automatic 1st down for the Indians. Penalties really eating up this 3rd quarter here. We're at 5:14.
Northwest has the 3 for 35 yards. Right now, Tuslaw has 2 for 25 yards.
So Venables looking to the sideline for the play call. Excuse me.
1st and 10 Indians.
A long time getting this play in, Ryan.
Yeah, the play clock's winding down. They're going about to have 10 seconds left when they get to the line here.
So Venables scanning the defense. Play clock ticking down. Snap is back, looking to throw, has a man in the end zone, and it is intercepted right at the goal line. No receiver in anywhere around him. Interception by number 22, Nathan Eberhardt, right at the goal line. I'm not sure who that pass was intended for, Ryan.
You know, I'm going to give Venables the benefit of the doubt right now, and I'm going to say there was a defender in his face, and he just threw it.
Yeah, I don't know. So that Tuslaw is going to get the ball at their own 1 yard line. If I'm Northwest, I'm pinning my ears back and going. So he threw the ball over the middle, no one in sight, picks off. Tuslaw is going to take it over. Handoff up the middle, has a little bit of room to run and more, spins out of a tackle. There is a flag on the play. Number 22, Nathan Eberhardt on that carry. Gets about 8 on the play, but we'll see what the flag is all about. Personal foul, face mask against Northwest. So that'll be an automatic full first down. That's going to take them out of the red zone.
And not only is it a face mask, but it is going to be the 15-yard one, which brings it now 4 penalties for 50 yards.
So it's 1st and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. Snap is back, handoff to number 3. He is met in the backfield with nowhere to go. So Lawson's ball carrier wrapped up and brought down in the back room by Smith. Colin Smith just doing a nice job of getting in that backfield and wrapping him up. So it brings up 2nd and 10. Tuslaw's coming to the line of scrimmage. Hare is under center, 3 backs behind him. Hand off to Fox. Fox lowers his shoulders, trying to get a couple yards, but maybe 1 on the play. So brought down by number 55, Vincent Latimer, and number 7, John Campbell.
You know, looking at this Northwest defense, dude, they're not even getting suckered into the run game because they're only got about 7 guys inside the box at all times still.
So Hare is in the shotgun. Snap is back. Hands off. Is going to keep it himself, rolling out, trying to get to the edge, nowhere to go, and he is shoved out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So gain of about maybe 1 on the play will bring up 3rd down. Oh, sorry, 4th down. They were slow changing the markers down there. So the punt team is back out. Northwest back deep is Almond. So Railing set to punt it away. 2:42 left in the quarter. Snap is back. Punt is up. It is a high punt. Almond's calling for the fair catch right at the 40-yard line. That was a smart choice there by Almond. So we're going to reset the field.
We had a high snap there and, well, a high kick, I should say, and a low snap there. Last time these guys were on offense, you know, they had that pick in the middle of the end zone, which no receiver was in the area within about 10 yards.
So Northwest coming back out. They are going to be in that empty backfield set once again with just Venables. He's got trips to his left.
Yeah, I'm watching this Ty Lipkins, especially being out there with a little cushion.
Snap is back. High snap, throw into Lipkins. Lipkins trying to get something out of nothing, and he's able to pick up the first down, but the ball is on the ground. And that is a fumble. No signal has been called yet. They're going to, I don't know if they're going to call him down or what. But there is nothing going on.
I personally believe
I think he was
that
down.
He was down, and the ground caused the fumble.
First down, Northwest. They're going to say he was down. So big right there for Northwest, calling that down by contact and no fumble. Northwest coaches out on the field having words. So 1st and 10 for the Indian, shotgun formation. Snap is back, handoff to Medor. Medor is looking for room to run, bounces outside, picks up his feet. He's at the 30, stiff arm, 20, and he is brought down just over the 15-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark him at the 14-yard line. All the press boxes looking for the flag on the play, but there was not one.
Now, the pulling of the jersey is not going to be holding or anything.
So it's 1st and 10, ball on the 14-yard line for the Indians. Medora in the backfield with Venables. Almond in motion. Snap is back. Hand off to Medora. He is met in the backfield, nowhere to go. Brought down at about the line of scrimmage. Brought down by number 56, Kaufman.
Joey Mendor this half is 8 carries for 42 yards.
So it's 2nd and 10. So Garber's coming back in. They're going to bring that heavy set in. 2nd and 10. Venables has the ball, handoff to Medor, has a nice little hole, but he is met just past the line of scrimmage. Brought down by number 66 for Tuslaw, Dominic Kepler.
You know, if I'm the Mustangs, I'm watching this heavy package because on the far side of the field, Logan Allman, was about 5 yards wide open.
3rd and 8, 45 seconds left here to go in the 3rd quarter. Venables has fakes the handoff to Medor, rolling out, going to tuck it, try to keep it himself. He is locked up and met, nowhere to go. Gain of about maybe 2. Oh, there is a late hit on the play, and there's the flag. Venables is slammed down right after the whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike. The referee blew the play dead, and they blew about 5 whistles after blowing it dead, and they decided to still dump him on his shoulder.
Yeah, that was could be a big mistake here. But, Tuslaw has done an excellent job with coverage downfield here, not giving Northwest much.
Yeah, I give all credit to, Tuslaw's defense. They're playing these guys very tough. And, this is something that you don't want to see if you're Northwest because, like I said, we're thinking about that Week 10 matchup that they're going to have for a conference championship and possibly put them in the rankings of the top 6, which would give them a home playoff game.
So, 1st down for the Indians after that personal foul by Tuslaw.
No. 4th down. You didn't get to the. It's 4th down. How's that not an automatic first down? How's that not an automatic first down? It's not.
A little bit of confusion on the field with the marker. So it's going to be 4th and 1. I thought the official signaled the 1st down.
Yeah, I'm looking on the sideline, too. All these Northwest coaches are trying to figure out why it's worked out as well.
So they're going to let the clock run down here in the 3rd quarter. So the end of the 3rd quarter, the score is Northwest 6, Tuslaw 6. We will be right back after this.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN. It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back here to start the fourth quarter. Score is 6-6 between Northwest and Tuslaw. Northwest has the ball 4th and 1.
So the explanation that I'm going to give, I think, why it's 4th down is because where they're out in the field, it is not going to be an automatic first down. It is a spot
So
of the
snap is back. Oh, we've got a timeout, Northwest. Yes, Northwest calls a quick timeout right at the snap there. Or Northwest, or Tuslaw, I'm sorry. So, interesting way to use your first time out of the half, right after you had a break in between the third and fourth quarter.
They must not like what they've seen. But we're going to go back to the end of the third quarter real quick. Where the ball is right now, inside the 10, for that dead foul, unsportsmanlike right there, it is only going to be half distance to the goal instead of automatic first down. Which in their point, there was still a yard or two to pick up for the first down.
So Northwest coming back out onto the field. Still 4th and 1. 12 minutes on the clock. No play has been run here. Heavy formation. Snap is back. Hand off to Medor. Medor has a little bit of a hole. He's driving his feet, and he picked up that first down and more. Brought down about the 1 yard line. They're going to line up quick here and try to catch them off guard. Venable snap is back. Hand off to Joey Medor, trying to bounce it outside. And it'll be interesting where they call it. His knee did touch right before he went in, and I think that's where they're going to spot the ball. Bryson Pereira on that tackle. Venables in that heavy formation again. 2nd and goal at the 1. Snap is back. Hand off to Medor, going to the right side, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown for Northwest. Beautiful way to cap off a drive. Number 22, Joey Medor in the end zone with 11:24 left to go in the ball game.
Now the whole question here is going to be, do you go for 2 to make it 14, or do you go for the extra point?
Something DeMarco is not happy about. He has given the head official a earful. So Sean's in to attempt the extra point. Venables the holder. They're short a guy. I don't know what. They're going to get delay a game here if the ball is down. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights. And that's going to be Northwest 13, Tuslaw 6 here in the fourth quarter. Beautiful drive there by Northwest, able to cap it off with a 1 yard touchdown run by Joey Medor.
Yeah, Joey Medor so far this half is 9 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown.
So Northwest set to kick it off. Back deep is number 22, Eberhardt, number 3, Lawson, and number 6, Aiden Watzik. So Sean's set to kick this one away. Squibbed it the last few times. We'll see what he does here. It's a squib again, right up to the middle guy, and he just downs it. 28 able to field that up and fall on it. Lincoln Dibble. So out comes Tuslaw's offense here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's an interesting strategy there. Swip kick in the middle, because if I was going to swip it, we talked about in the first half, that number 4 out there has one arm. I would be trying to eat him alive just because I'd want the ball back.
So it's 1st and 10. Ball in the 33-yard line for the Mustangs. Hare under center still. Single back. Quick pitch out to number 22, trying to get to the edge. He gets it about 2 yards on the carry. Is Nathan Eberhardt. Connor Stevenson there to make the tackle for Northwest. So Hare under center again. Single back. Man in motion. Fox is a man in motion. Gets that jet sweep. Lowers his shoulder, and he's able to pick up the first down. That play has been just phenomenal for Tuslaw all night. They're averaging about 6 to 7 yards every single time they run that, Ryan.
Yeah, I was going to say, Fox right now, this half is 2 for 12. But like you said, it's averaging 6 to 7 yards a play. You might as well just keep doing it. Put yourself back in
Under
this
center, handoff again. Lowers his shoulder, but stuffed at the line of scrimmage is number 41, Fox. Met by Garber to make that tackle.
I met a lot of coaches this season, and I've talked about this Northwest team through a lot of different people in a lot of different leagues, and they talk about this defense of 7 is so tough. So I don't know why they keep trying to run it inside. That outside is there for you.
2nd and 7. Hare hands it off up the middle again. Nowhere to go. Eberhardt on the carry. He's the second back through. I think if they would have handed off to the first back, they would have had a lot more.
I completely agree with that.
So it's 3rd and 6. 9:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. And you've seen about 5 running plays for Tuslaw.
Yeah, the only completion for the quarterback, if you want to talk about, is that pitch.
So Hare under center. Single back. Fox in motion. Hand off to Fox again, trying to get the outside. He is met by Joey Medor at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Beautiful job by the Indians defense to reading that.
Yeah, one of the worst things you want to see when you're running the ball, especially out to the outside, is your far side tackle looking back at you.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going to go for it.
Very gutsy call here.
Hare shotgun formation. He's got trips to his right. Single receiver to his left. Eberhardt in the backfield with him. Drops back to throw. Has a man right at the sticks. Catches it, and he falls out of bounds. That is number 8 on the reception. Ian Bendor. I'm sorry, number 9, Parker Reinhardt. Hard to read the numbers from that far side of the field. So it's 1st and 10, Tuslaw. Handoff. Reverses field is number 3, Lawson. He is brought down right at the line of scrimmage. This defensive front is not letting Tuslaw run the ball.
I'll tell you what, we go back to that last play there. I want to say they better be thanking the good Lord that there is no challenge flags because I don't know if he came down with that ball.
I don't. It
And I don't
looked
know
like
if
he was bobbling it, and everyone in the press box saw it too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he had possession. And again, Northwest defense coach over here is going crazy over that.
Hare in under center, 3 backs in the backfield. Hands it off to number 22, Eberhardt. He gets about 4 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Wow, they are spotting him further up. Brought down by Campbell. He didn't even.
Very generous tonight.
Yeah,
very
very generous on that spot of the ball. So it's 3rd and 5. They gave him about an extra yard there. Hare under center. Hands off to number 3, Lawson, driving his feet, trying to get to that first down marker, and he is going to be stopped short of it. Gain of about 2. Connor Stevenson on that tackle. So it's 4th and 2 for Tuslaw. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out on the field again.
Now this is where you need your defense to be very disciplined because it's 4th and 2. Look for that dummy call. Look for them going on 2.
We are going to get a timeout here by Tuslaw. They're going to talk things over, try to draw something up.
You know, if I was rocked out right now, I'd be telling my offensive line, hey, it's 4th and 2. We're punching it. We're going to do it, but we're going to go on 2. And it's one of those hold your bubble kind of moments. And right now, if you're the defensive staff for Northwest or Johnny DeMarco, you got to tell your guys, be very disciplined right now because this could be the stop that you need to get that full momentum on your side.
And it is a big stop because, you know, right before that timeout, Tuslaw was in a shotgun. And they've only gone in the shotgun a handful of times tonight. So it was interesting to see what was kind of going through their mind. And I don't think they liked the defensive front they saw. So they called the timeout. So both teams are coming out. It is 4th and 2, 6:59 here to go in the ball game. Ball on the 36-yard line. Tuslaw, 1 timeout left. Northwest has all 3. Big play here for both teams. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Handoff up the middle to it's going to keep her by Hare. Hare gets the first down and more. Everyone fell for Eberhardt running up the middle, and Lawson just tucks it away and goes around the edge to pick up that first down. Great play fake there by Ethan Hare.
You know, I was watching number 6 on his far side, Aiden Wiskick, just because he was open for that bubble.
So under center, snap is back, hand off to the first back through, and he is met at the line, gain of about 1 on the play. Eberhardt is the ball carrier. Brought down. I think number 56 and number 7, John Campbell. Gavin Davis and John Campbell on that tackle. Air coming to the line quickly. Snap off, hand off to Lawson, hurdles over a guy, and he falls forward for a gain of about 4. So it's going to be 3rd down here for Tuslaw. 5:55 left, brought down by Joey Medor and Connor Stevenson. So Tuslaw hurrying to the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Lawson again to the left side. Lowers his shoulder and he falls forward. It looks like it could be a first down, but no signal yet. And it is a first down for the Mustangs. So Tuslaw putting together a nice drive here in the 4th quarter, trying to answer Northwest. First and 10, ball on the 21-yard line. Mustangs driving. Air under center. Fox in motion, handoff to Fox, trying to turn it upfield, but nowhere to go. Gone to the well one too many times on that play. Brought down by number 3, Christian Breeden, and number 34, Stevenson for the Indians.
So far this half, Fox is 3 for 14.
So there was no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. Clock is still ticking. 4:48 left. Hare hands it off to Lawson to that left side. Lowers his shoulder. Gets about maybe 3 yards on the play. So that clock is ticking. 3rd down. Tuslaw brings the play into the huddle. Breaks the huddle. Hare in shotgun formation. Lawson to his left. Snap. Hand off to Everhart. Bounces off a lineman. Has room to run. He is at the 5-10 touchdown. Came out of nowhere. Looks like he was wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Breaks free and gets into the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown run. So here is an interesting decision. What is Tuslaw going to do, Ryan?
If I was Brock Dial, I'm tying the ball game up because you do not want to lose this one by 1. If anything, I'm going to try to force overtime.
He brought his offense. Dial is out almost to the hashes. He brought his offense out to the field. I don't know what is going on.
Yeah,
he is out screaming at the hash mark. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, they want the ball on the hash. And that's what he was screaming for.
Though, he's very lucky because coaches are not allowed to pass the below the numbers for sideline warnings.
All right, so Tuslaw coming out trying to go for 2. Empty back for Hare. Man in motion. Snap is back. Hare rolling to his right, looking to throw. Has a man in his face and overthrows him. That intended receiver is number 9, Parker Reinhardt. So the 2-point conversion is no good. It is a 1-point ball game, 13-12, with 4:06 left to go in the ball game.
Mike, you talk about 4:06 left. Not that much time left. Northwest is going to get this ball back, and they're going to use their Joey Mendores. They're going to use their Stevensons. They're going to use their Ryan Fields. I would not have went for 2 there, personally, just because I would want to tie it up just to try to get momentum evened out.
And you still have 4 minutes left. So that's saying you don't have a whole lot of faith in your defense, I feel like.
Yeah. It's very rough, and I've been on a side where we lost, or Alliance has lost 9 games because we went for 2 instead of kicking the extra point to tie it. So I'm not a big fan of going for 2, honestly, personally.
So Tuslaw is kicking it off. Almond is the single guy back. Onside kick. It's going to roll through. Bounces off a guy, and it is loose. They're trying to sort things out. It'll be interesting to see who comes up with the ball. Officials diving into the bottom of that pile. So onside kick is recovered by Northwest. Woo.
That first guy that missed it there, he's going to definitely get an earful coming back to that sideline, especially this late in the game. But thankfully, he had a backup guy to pick it up for him.
So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians. Ball is on the 43-yard line. Venables shotgun. Receivers out wide. Hand off to Medor. Medor has a lane, and he gets about 5 on the carry. $56 in on that tackle for, 66. Kelliker.
Now, if you're Northwest, you just right now, you play the clock, you march down the field, you get a couple first downs.
3:30 left to go in the ball game, and they're just going to take their time getting into the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. Handoff to Medor. He bounces to the right, has a little bit of room to run, and he is just short of the first down, it looks like. And Tuslaw is going to use their final timeout. So we have a timeout. We're going to check out at the Louisville Green game. Green 20, Louisville 14, 4 minutes in the third quarter. Lake just put together a 17-play TD drive to start the third quarter. Perry 14, Hoover 35, third quarter. Minerva 7, Marlington nothing going into the fourth quarter. So Northwest talking things over here. It's 3rd and 1, 3:14 left to go. A ball on the 48-yard line. Northwest has a 1-point lead over Tuslaw, 13-12. So wing T formation here. 3rd and 1. Snap is back, handoff to Medor. Medor looks to go to the right, lowers his shoulder. It is going to be close to the first down. I think we are going to measure it here. Officials timeout.
You know, as they measure it, from my angle, it looks like by the tip of the football that it's going to be a first down. But we'll wait and see the official word. You know, I'm kind of at an angle here, so it's kind of hard to really tell.
And I've got all of the defensive linemen in my way here. Tuslaw players are laying on the ground trying to measure it on their own. What is going on with this officiating crew? They're taking forever.
I think they're trying to get that index card out there like the one time we've seen in that pro game.
He is short. They're going to call 4th down. 4th down probably by less than an inch. Close. Are they remeasuring it? What is going on? They put the ball back down. Call 4th down again. And stretch the chains once again. But now they are heading to the sidelines. So it's 4th down. Definitely under a yard. I mean, it is right there at the marker.
When in doubt, push it in.
Yeah, I would not go into the shotgun formation. I'm handing off to Garber right off Venables. So 2nd down or 4th and 0. Clock is ticking. Snap is back. Hand off to Joey Medor. He has the first down and more. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. He is into the end zone. Oh, they're going to call him down just short of the end zone. It looked like he dove into the end zone, but they're going to say his knee touched right at the goal line. So they're going to say he is down at just the 1 yard line, Ryan. Big play.
Again, these officials might be lucky. There's no red flags for John DeMarco.
I don't think he went down. I think he dove into the end zone. Wow. So 1st and goal here for Northwest. Handoff, and they are just going to meet Medor in the backfield. Full house blitz right there. So that'll bring up 2nd down. Loss of about 5 on the play. 1:45 left to go here in the ball game.
So far this whole game, Joey Medor is 14 carries for 116 yards and a touchdown, possibly getting ready to punch in for another touchdown.
Northwest taking their time, letting that clock run down. We're at 1:26. Venables finally getting to the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. They're going to throw a flag for delay of game. That was close. So it's going to push them back a little bit more. 1:18 left on the clock. It's going to be about 2nd and 10 probably. Well, 2nd down because there's no first down. So it's going to be 2nd down, 10 yards to go for the end zone.
Even though they're getting pushed back here, it's 2nd down. They're getting a little bit more yards. Now they can actually play with the clock even more and just wind the game down.
Well, that penalty will stop the clock.
It should start here, though, in the whistle.
Snap is back. Venables going to keep it himself. Look for the pitch. Nowhere to go. He is brought down, and there is a flag on the play. That tackle looked a little bit rough, like he grabbed his horse collar right in the back there.
Yeah, we're going to get about 2nd down. And because, again, they're on inside the 10, instead of getting the full 15 yards, they're probably going to get a half distance to the goal, which is going to put them on the 5-yard line.
Now you can run the clock out.
So it is a 1-point ball game. 1:13 left to go. Long touchdown, long run by Joey Medor set him up here on the goal line. A couple penalties pushed Northwest back. Now we're gaining those yards back. It's going to be 3rd and 5 because the ball is at the 2nd and 5, excuse me. 2nd and goal from the 5. 1:10 left to go here. Northwest is just kind of hanging out. They're going to let this clock run all the way down.
Called timeout with 1 second left.
So we have 46 seconds left. Northwest is just going to let this thing run all the way down and then either run a play.
I would run a play.
Snap is back. Going to take the knee. Was Venables. So 30 seconds left, and that is just going to run the ball game out here tonight. So Northwest escapes this one with the win. Northwest 13, Tuslaw 12. Time is still ticking on the clock. What a change of events we had here in this second half between the 3rd quarter going into the 4th. There's 7 seconds left in this ball game. We are going to step aside and recap everything right after this.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
This is head coach John DeMarco from Northwest Indians. We're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, welcome back. Here, a final in Northwest. Northwest 13, Tuslaw 12. Big second half, especially that third quarter. A lot of penalties there for both programs. And then Northwest able to put together a nice drive, get in the end zone by a touchdown run by Joey Medor. Joey Medor almost had one in the fourth quarter, sending it down, but he is brought down just short of the end zone. Tuslaw does a nice job getting down the field and getting points on the board, but unfortunately goes for 2 and misses the conversion. So we're going to go over some local scores here in the area. McKinley 24, Lake 14, 4:23 left to go in that fourth quarter. Marlington score out there we're still waiting on. Oh, it is 7-0. Sorry, 5:18 left to go. Jackson 14, Glen Oak 10, 1:41 left to go in the third quarter. End of 3 in Perry. It's Perry 14, Hoover 35. End of 3 in Green. Green 20, Louisville 14. So lots of game to be played. West Branch 34, Alliance 14 out there in West Branch. What a great night. A week 8 football here at Northwest. Northwest closing out senior night with a big home win, 13-12 over Tuslaw. Still undefeated in the Pac-7, looking to win the Pac-7 and, have that big matchup circled in week 10 versus Manchester. Those two teams are battling for number 1 in the Pac-7. So Northwest in the top 8 right now in their region, and the top 8 teams do get a home game in the first round. So that's something for them to look forward to. So a big night here in Northwest for the Indians, coming away with the win. Northwest 13, Tuslaw 12. Thank you guys for tuning in to Q92 Sports Network, presented by Sarshone Auto Group. I'm Mike Dixon for Ryan Rowland. Have a great weekend.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.